happening? Welcome home! 아리가또 감사이마스. Oh. Wait. Go! Hello! Hello! Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. Word up, freakazoid. What do you mean? What do you mean? How are you feeling today, Mozu? I'm okay. I took my medicine this morning, but to be honest, I'm a little, how do you say, nauseous at the moment. But I think I'll be okay. My back is killing me. Oh, where are her organs? my ludicrous anatomy is causing me issues, surely. And not me having to sit up nonstop for months and months. How's it Mosin? It's a Mosin. Hello, everybody. Hello. Do I look good enough today? I need to look good because drawing streams tend to be a little bit longer, right? So I need to be appealing to the eye. Do I look good? Or should I change what I'm actually put my tail down? Yeah. Get out of here! Get out of here! Ludicrous? What do you mean? You're pretty small compared to the average. My booba. Yeah, how do you say? I'm on the smaller end of VTubers now. That's the boobflation. The boobflation has been brutal to my niche, huh? Back in my day, when God was making me, when I was being formed in the proverbial womb, right? My boobs were big. They were like the big ones. I was like, oh, that's like the Opie one. That's like the Opie girl, right? That was me. Now, I'm like average. I'm like average. Are you sure God made you and not the other one? Hey! That's cruel. You're being cruel to me. That's cruel. Today, I don't know. So I was going to do I was thinking of doing hold on, I didn't do my trill correctly. Resident Evil. The original Resident Evil. I was thinking of doing that. But I want to wait until like I'm fully, and plus I feel like it's gonna be nicer to do it on Friday anyways. I want to wait till like I'm fully in the game with that, right? Like I'm sitting here thinking like my tummy's a little rumbly. What if I get jump scared? But also I want to make sure I have all my technical stuff ironed out beforehand, right? So I made the waiting room for it. Do you like it? I drew myself as Jill. I was trying to find a way to get my boobs in there, but the shoulder pads weigh them down. So I hope you enjoy the cosplay nonetheless. Ah, man, you know, that's what I should do. I should make like a little fake cosplay for that stream. I've already drawn it, so I'll just need to like cut it out of the image. Yeah, both of the thumbnails are great. Yay! Yay! I like drawing. I haven't really been able to draw lately, so I would like to. Uh-oh. We have the chat issue. Look at that. The chat died already. We fush. Apparently that's an issue with like the YouTube chats now embedding, is that they just stop scrolling after a little bit. So Mozu sandwich will be delicious. Can't wait for the Jill sandwich. Mozu sandwich. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll draw some Mozu sandwiching today. YouTube chat is borked. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I've literally been begging you since the beginning of time to draw more. Yeah, well, you know, our content's not that popular. People think it's a little boring, right? It's a little boring. It's like filler content. You know, the thing I don't like about my drawing hand is the feather goes straight into my mouth, like just like that. It's not fair. Here, what? I'm gonna get naked. Wait. Okay, good. I clicked the right button. When I say get naked, I mean take all my big coat off so I'm not covering up so much of the screen. Should I have my... I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I have my drawing hand up? I mean, I have a drawing hand specifically only for these streams. And yet it covers my face. What should I do? What should I do? Here's what I'll do. Oh? Okay, well now I'm looking over there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, that way, I like it. It's immersive. You gotta. I like the hands. Okay, I'll use my hands. I did pay for them, so... Gotta get my usage out of them. Man, I need to use my expressions more. I still... 8 billion years later, I still need to set up my stream deck. You know, it would be easier to do that, though, if I had a bit more desk space. Right now, it's completely commandeered by envelopes and empty bottles. That might be a little... That might be complicating things a bit. Pay for hands. Things that can only be said by a VTuber. Hey, that's not true! Amputees are around. Those hands are expensive. Like a prosthetic limb is like $100,000+ That's ridiculous. Do you still have stuff from Christmas on it? Oh yeah. The gingerbread house is still on my my hand cam table. There is still gingerbread sprinkles all over my floor. I keep stepping on them and they hurt because it's like a Lego piece. They're hard. I'm surprised I don't have insects, to be honest. Mozu, I have an excuse. I was dying, okay? Alright? Okay? One of you need to come over here and help me clean, alright? Come over here and help me clean. Thank you. Thank you. Now you feeling, hope you're feeling well. What? Yes, I'm feeling okay right now. I'm feeling okay right now. My freaking back, though. I gotta really, like, sit straight, man. I can't even risk a little bit of shrimping. It's gonna kill me. So, what do we have here? Well, let's take a gander at some of my, my doodles I got going on. So this is like a collage, drawing I was doing. Cause I wanna like render this a little bit and then post it on, oh, my voice cracked. I want to render this a little bit and then post it on Twitter. Oh, by the way, thank you, iTrauma. Emesis Gouache win. That is a horrifying, disgusting image. I've never worked with gouache. Everyone I ever knew in art class, though, said working with gouache was hell. Man, I'm sure I need to remember. I took art a lot. Throughout high school, I actually tried to swap my math classes for my art classes. And you might be like, oh my god, no wonder you're such an idiot, Mozu. I finished all my high school math in my sophomore year because I was like 2 levels above everybody else, okay? So I didn't need any more math. They just wanted me to take an extra math every year for no reason. Those are some great poses. Yeah, so we have Mozu leaning forward, Mozu back view, and Mozu yawning. Yeah, I do think it's a little bit uncentered, but I don't know if I move this over, then it covers up more of Mozu's boobie and like on the side here, and that's important. That's an important detail. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe like that. Is that enough boobie left? Is that enough? Is that a satisfactory amount of boobage? What do you think? Man, I wish there was a way I could be closer to my mic, like, while doing art and stuff, but... My mic isn't bad, it's actually a pretty decent mic, but if you're not... If I'm not literally like this, it does not sound as good. It sounds very echoey. Then again, my soundproofing has not been set up yet. I'm still freaking waiting. Dude, when I went out to eat with my parents and my sister last weekend, my stepdad said again that he would come and put up the panels. And I'm like, yeah, what up? Like, come over. I've been waiting. So, I don't know. He brought it up again. So hopefully that means it's gonna get freaking done. Oh wait, this is reversed. There we go. Oh, now it looks weird. It looks weird seeing it from this angle. I don't hear... Oh my god, my accent. I don't hear echo much, just a little distance, yeah. You can do close voice penance later. Hey, penance! Hare! Well, if I do a membership stream, you usually get pretty good, whatchamacallit. Usually get pretty good, like, close Mozu, I'd say. Alright, let's see here. What do I think about this? I wanted her to be angled, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if, like, I should do it a different way. This is my layered version, where I have them all on different layers. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Move you over a bit more. The thing is, like, one of the most delectable parts of Mozu's physique is her arched back, right? You see it here? Like, it just looks really good. It looks really good to have, like, her back arch. So, if I have her too centered, it covers up that back arch on the other illustrations, which is, like, for me, one of the main appeals. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. Because this composition is... This is maybe a bit more balanced? Yeah. And then back Mozu. So I wanted to do like a depth thing going on, so the back Mozu is the one furthest away. This one is second closest, and then this one is the closest, right? That was kind of like my thought process. I thought she said electable. I mean, sure, I'd vote for that. You'd vote for this? Does this look like she knows a thing or two about politics? Oh yeah, Mozu's drawn. I'll draw 2 on my end. It'll be hype. Yeah. If you're an artist, you should draw as well. I will say some of the most productive illustration times. Is that how you say? Some of the most. Huh? Is my model lagging? I think she is. Huh? Huh? Is it laggy? No! Hold on, let me put my... Let me put my graphics quality on minimum on Roblox. Maybe that'll help. Oh, you gotta turn off stream avatars as well. There you go. Mozu, what? What? It's a tycoon. It doesn't require anything, okay? It just sits there and it does, you know? It just does its thing, okay? Alright. Comprende. Roblox again? Of course it's Roblox. I didn't get to play Roblox for like 8 billion years, okay? I need to get my Robloxium levels back up, okay? Clocking in our work, Roblox. No! Nah, I had to age verify my freaking account. Because I couldn't use it. So like I was sick and then they put in the age verification thing. And then I actually had to verify my account. So then like I further couldn't use it until I did that. Yeah. Real gamers idle their games while working. Exactly. Exactly. What? That's what I'd be saying. I mean, what do you guys... Do you guys usually watch VTubers while you're video jamming, or... Thank you, Clem. Happy 35 months, my goodness. Happy to see you again, Mozu. Also, I will never not be normal about your model. Sorry, you have to find out this way. Well, I designed her, so I'm not surprised either. Thank you. What was I saying? Oh, how many of you do it while... Wait, that's a good poll. Alright. There we go. I haven't done a poll today. When do you watch VTubers? While gaming? while working. And I'm gonna put a third one, I focus solely on the stream. There you go. Vote in the poll! I watch during nap time. Hey? Are you, sleepy? Are you sleepy? How many of you do it while gaming? That's a very personal question. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I think you're so good. Happy 33 months. I watch VTubers all day. All day? How many of you guys are neat? How many of you are neat? All you do is watch a VTuber all day. You know, you can probably make a dime or two off VTubing. If you're like a neat. There's a lot of and you're a stream watcher. You guys might be like, that doesn't mean anything. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people, how many people are not actually how many VTuber fans don't actually watch streams, right? So like, you can easily become a clipper. Not even just a clipper. If you just do timestamps, I know there are people that will pay for timestamps. Is that a plane or is someone mowing? I have groceries coming, but it's like a couple groceries. I'm maybe gonna make sloppy joes again tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I wish I was a neat. How do you live as a neat? How do you afford that? Ana! ちょっと待って。Thank you, iTrauma. Every morning. Oh my god, wait. I think I gotta pop this out. Yeah, I got cut off. Hold on. Every morning I wake up and open palm slam a VHS into the slot. It's Mozumi Pichi, and right then and there I start doing the moves alongside with the main character, Mozumi Picnic. I do every move and I do every mood hard. Thank you, iChama. Thank you. Where's my... Hi, Dwight. Slop Zumi Jochi. You can stop at the Slop Zumi. I think that's apt enough. Where's my chat? I really gotta set up my third... Guy, I have all this crap! I gotta set up! I got my stream deck. I have a third monitor that needs to be set up. I've got... What else do I have? I feel like I have some other technology. I really gotta start practicing with all my 3D tech I have. One thing at a time? Oh, the main thing I really gotta do... Well, I gotta get these freaking soundproof panels put up. And once that's put up, I'm gonna move my desk to the corner of the room so it's more open. And then I hopefully have more space to move around and do some 3D things. Can the internet handle a 3D Mozu? Oh, I was gonna say like, oh, my internet speed's pretty good, but then I see what you're saying. Well, Twitch definitely can't handle a 3D Mozu. My 3D model debut is probably gonna have to be YouTube only, if I had to guess. Not that, like, Mozu's... I know that her model's, like, I guess a little borderline, but we've been doing it for so long, and it's such, like, a... You'd really have to, like, zoom in to make that complaint, right? It's like... she's wearing a shirt and pants and everything, okay? She's all covered, right? That being said, her 3D model is, I don't usually notice how naked Mozu is until I start looking at 3D. And then it's like, wow, she's got, like, no clothes. I guess part of it is, like, obviously, having the big jacket on, for long periods of time. She's got those huge fluffy sleeves, and those are gonna be pretty difficult to move in a lot of 3D scenarios, so most of the time she's probably not gonna have the jacket on. And in which case it's very noticeable that she's like, she don't got a lot covering her. It doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel that way in artwork, and unless you start doing like the undershots, then it starts feeling that way. Okay, I haven't even touched pen to screen. What do you guys think? Is that composition good? This feels empty right here. Like that. What do I put here? I'll just do like a little chibi moz. Wait, I have some other things open. Let's see. Okay, that's from the idol design thing that we did for the idol fez. Is still open on my computer. Here's some Mozu doodles. Beach Mozu. Yeah, I think I'm gonna steal this one. We're just gonna take this. Oh. Welcome home. Yay! Thank you, Lordly. Happy 17 months. Always slot in a Mozu where there is space. Yay! Okay, here's a Fed-chan doodle. That's colored at least, you know. It's more than I usually do. Oh, here's Mozu with grapes. A little sketch. I got a lot of like little sketches I've done here and there. Mozu with grapes. More grapes Mozu. This one's like top down. I especially just like this portion with her feet behind her. I like the composition of that. Yeah. We're working on this right now. Or should it be like this? Yeah, we can leave it like that. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ho! It's a surprise when she reveals it. What do the grapes represent? I don't know. I like depicting Mozu with green grapes because of her beads. Right? I think they look good. Oh, is there anything in these? No. I think these are just blank. Okay, that's how we moved it. So I'm gonna do this. Boop. I'm gonna do this. I liked how the sketch was coming out, but I don't know. I think I should clean it up a bit. Why not? Oh, really? The main thing I want to get is kind of don't care about rendering the. Oh, I think I need a. Actually, is there a way I can do a textured brush? I never do those. Let's see. Blots? Okay, that's got a little texture to it. It doesn't need to be that textured. And then paper. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a little textured brush. I don't usually do that. Let's go! Let's go! I gotta say, you have one of my all-time favorite VTuber models. Looking forward to when I do fan art of it. Thank you! Thank you. Man, I want another outfit. I know in my heart of hearts, I really ought to get a, how do you say? Like, I don't know. What's the word? Oh, like a casual outfit, right? That's the thing. A lot of artists I've known have said, like, Mozu, I love your design, but it's so hard to draw. Please have a casual outfit in the future so I can draw you more. And I understand that. I know exactly how they feel. And then I'm like, I love Egyptians. Oh, Egyptian Mozu would be so good. I can't help it. I love tanned Egyptian girls too much. But an Egyptian, if you think Mozu's complicated now, obviously if I made like an Egyptian Mozu, that would be like hell. It'd be artist hell. I don't usually give Mozu like a curve to her mouth, but I think we'll do it today, because why not? It's kind of fun. There we go. Honestly, a ninja style outfit would go great with the model. Ninja? How many? Is there really any VTubers with ninja style model? I mean, I guess there is a couple, like Kunoichi. There's some Kunoichi VTubers, but most of the time, I think every time I've ever seen a Kunoichi VTuber, it's their first model. Like the one they didn't get Saiyan. Mostly talking about like Corpo, right? I don't think I've ever seen anybody get like a ninja, second model. Wow, your voice is so outlandish. I mean, it's along the lines, but it's not on them. On what? My voice is outlandish. Huh? What do you mean? My voice is so outlandish. Along the lines of what though? What am I bordering? What am I bordering upon? My kind of interpretation of my voice is kind of like... I'm like a kid, a 90s children's like lunch food promoter, but female. That's kind of how I view my voice. Like, saddle up kids for a fruit explosion. That's kind of how I view my voice. All that free of artificial colors and dyes. That's so specific, but I get it. I can kind of see that, to be honest, yeah. Now with Capri Sun and mango and strawberry. I meant it literally as in, it's along the lines. You know the phrase along the lines? Arara? Well, usually along the lines means it's like bordering upon something, you know? Like it's along the lines of mature, or along the lines of youthful, along the lines of shrill or nasally. So I was curious as to which descriptors I was along the lines of. Man, I'm bad at line work. I'm not good at it. Yes. Your voice is too versatile. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, most of the time, I don't know. Well, actually wouldn't say most VTubers, but a lot of the time you'll have a VTuber because they'll have like their character voice, and they speak like this, and it's really hard to do any sort of like character or changing the voice without completely breaking the illusion. Cause like, okay, oh god, my spine. Hold on. If it's Nerf or nothing. Thank you, Butter King. Happy 30 months. Thank you. I always loved when you did your deep voice. Hold on. Hello. 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 Hi. You gotta talk like a, what the freak is it called? Like a sales rep? That was my sales rep voice. That's the voice I used. Hi, welcome to Hardee's. How can I help you today? Now do the Crossfire commercial. Oh, I could do the Crossfire commercial from memory. Thank you, Professor Jamal. Thank you. Something I like to do is give Mozu. Well, actually, something that's interesting is Mozu has kind of thick eyebrows for a VTuber, but when I look at her, it doesn't even register that she's got thick eyebrows. Because most VTubers have just like a line, but when I look at Mozu, like it doesn't even register to me that she's got like kind of thick eyebrows. They just look natural on her face. Hey, with that, yeah, I'll go with that. I want to give her a too angular of a chin. Mostly has a super round head. Like she's got a very weak chin. But it's cute though. It makes her more youthful looking. That looks good. I can live with that. Yeah. Chinlet. Leafy Zoo. Oh my god, I haven't heard about Leafy in 8 billion years. Does he still have money? Like, is he... I'm just kind of surprised he hasn't come back. Like, okay, I know he came back, but... Does he still have money? I'm always shocked by that. I'm shocked he hasn't, like, fully tried to come back at any point. He just kind of, like, gave up. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah. I'm surprised he came back at all. Well, why wouldn't you? If you've got, like, a legions of adoring fans that are gonna throw money at you, like, why wouldn't you? I got 3 ads, 1 unskippable, so being membered doesn't help. Hey? You got 3 ads so far? Oh yeah, by the way, if you ever watch one of my ASMRs and you get a mid-roll, let me know. I'm not sure if me turning off mid-rolls will, like, always prevent an ad from being shown on it. Because, like, in my experience, I think it still shows for people sometimes, but my intention is always to not have mid-rolls on ASMR. Because, like, that kind of defeats the purpose. Gotta really make sure these are even. This is gonna be hard. I think that's okay. What do you guys think? Does that look even? Yeah, I can live with that. How do I want to do the hair? Huh. Keep getting ads for pesto. Pesto? You know, I really should buy pesto. It's underrated. Underrated. I've had it once. Like, I owned some once, and I was like, wow, this makes everything taste better. And then I never bought it again. I don't know why. Mozzie, do you ever fiddle around in MS Paint? Occasionally. Sometimes it depends. Like, whenever I want to do, like, a fake low-quality drawing, I'll use MS Paint. Well, I guess it is kind of genuine low quality at that point, because you are using MS Paint. But I don't always have to do that because Paint Tool size got Binary Tool, and Binary Tool is the same kind of like pixel style. Thank you, Magical. Thank you. Mozu, I will be doing an official Greek display at a history fair on the weekend. The same fair I got you an off-kai gift at. Just wanted to share. Ooh, congratulations, Atical. That's exciting. That's exciting. You should bring the Mozumite. You should bring the Mozumite and take pictures of it at the fair. That would be cool. show the travels of a fellow mite across the Rubicon. DreamWorks Mozu. Is that DreamWorks? Well, okay, she's doing this face because no, she has no idea what she's doing. She doesn't know why she's just making that face. It's a mystery. I think maybe I made the angle right here on the mouth. Okay. Now that I've done that, let's draw some hair and beads. I wish I had a more anime art style. I think my art style is pretty Western. Okay, so I meant it's along the lines of a VTuber voice, but it just sways differently. Hey? A VTuber voice. Hum. Well, what do you define as... Okay, I'm curious. Who is, in your mind, a quintessential VTuber voice? Huh? Because, like, if you ask me, like, what's like, the VTuber voice? And I'd be like, well, is it a voice everybody has? Or is it a voice that I immediately associate with VTubers? Because, like, obviously, Gura's voice, I would think, like, yeah, she's got, like, a VTuber voice. That's, like, one I immediately associate with VTubers. But, very few people sound like, I don't think I've met anybody that sounds like Gura. Gura is very, like... Only Gura sounds that way. Which is part of her popularity, right? It's the mommy voice? Is it? I guess I'm thinking of Corposphere. I don't know. I feel like, generally speaking, your average VTuber in the small Corposphere is either a squeaker or they don't do a voice and they just talk normally. Like they just have like a normal woman voice. JP's put on a VTuber voice, don't they? That's a very broad statement. It depends on the JP you're talking about. Some do, some don't. Oh, I'm gonna put my stabilizer up. I was working with a level 2 stabilizer, which is quite low for me typically. I think this hair tuft looks pretty good. Yeah. So I want to have really strong line work on this. For me, the priority is not color. Like, I'm not really planning to do a lot of color on this, if any. I just want to have like a nice strong line work drawing. Maybe in her eyes I'll do color and stuff. Lozu always being in singing mode is cute. I like singing. Also, back in the day, Gibara had a great VTuber voice. I miss Gibara. I miss Gibby. The generic Shy Lily Yanner's voice. Well, for me in my head, that's more just like Twitch VTuber voice. When you speak like this, you talk like this. But honestly, a lot of the time, they're a little higher than this when they speak. And the other thing I noticed is they tend to be quite lispy. But it's not all of them, just some of them. Like that. For me, because I've known VTubers that like intentionally change their voice to be that. And no, I'm not talking about like the famous controversies or anything like that. I mean like people most people don't know about. I've seen them choose to do that. And I'm always like, why? are people intentionally doing that just because they think it'll make them popular? I don't know, man. My voice, how would I describe my voice? I don't know. I know a lot of people have said I sound like all sorts of different VTubers that, and to me it doesn't make any sense. Like I hold on, I have indigestion. Seriously changed her voice? Yeah, well she did a higher voice for like most of her like early career, and then she decided to do her normal one, which I also kind of get, because like she's I mean, she's a professional singer, and a lot of the times doing those long streams, doing a character voice, that's why you guys ever wonder why 8 billion VTubers get like nodules and stuff? It's voice strain. Very easy to strain your voice if you speak for hours upon hours at a time, especially with like one that tugs on your vocal cords, right? You have a Genki voice. You do have that Genki sidekick voice. The voice clip of yours I always think of is the Nev, let's party. That was a very you clip. Let's party. I'm not sure if I fully remember what I sound like in that clip. I have to go pull it up again. It's a long time ago I did that, huh? I love your line work, it feels alive. Really? Oh, I just started. Who knows how far we'll get. Her head's turning to the left, but I have her boobs pointing to the right. I don't know. I don't know how to do her boobs. We'll see. Her head's looking quite bobbleheady right now, though. Mozu's got a big head. I got a big head. I got a big head. That was pretty close, I think. What? Let's party! Hey, big head. No, it's for the high IQ. Yeah, my high IQ. Dayone? Big head with a big brain. Yeah. So it's like a big old slushy in there. For those of you that draw, how transparent do you usually make your sketches? I don't know. I don't know if I make my sketches super transparent for like a artist, or if I'm like right on the usual for people. It's a mistale. Something I'm learning more from my 3D, like studying it, is I have pretty sharp elbows, and I'm not used to drawing sharp elbows. I usually just kind of have like an amorphous arm, right? So I gotta lock in on drawing more elbow definition. About 40%. Oh, wait, really? 40 to 60% opacity? Mine's on 4%. Huh? Darker than yours? Really? Oh man, I like usually almost have it invisible. Oops, I started drawing her arm with her hair. Well, whatever. Let's do another layer for her fringe here. We actually did have her thing flipped this whole time. Not like this. I don't like it overlapping her eye, but I can work with that. We just cut around the eye like this. This one, yeah. We'll just cut around the eye. Alright. I'm doing a masking tool just so I don't fully delete this part if I do need it later, but I can make it more, how do you say, apt what I intended. Like I can see what I'm doing right now. Okay, let's add this tuft like so. Something I like doing is right in these areas where the hair pieces meet, I like making it chunkier there. Just adds a bit more, I don't know, it feels good. Looks good, feels good. You know, thinking about it, I should definitely get my glasses prescription updated. Oh, God. I really need to go to the eye doctor. Ambient occlusion. My understanding of ambient occlusion, in most cases that I see it, is usually, like, this is not the only case of which it refers, but the one that I instantly think of is kind of like the lighter reddish glow to shadows on skin of, like, the blood vessels, right? That's usually how I see ambient occlusion. So I guess the way I think of ambient occlusion is usually more of a light rather than darkness. But I'm no professional. I ain't no art history term person, alright? That's a different language from me. I hope I get to make stories one day. I have all these ideas in my head. I don't know if I'll ever get the time to see them to fruition, though. Oh, I should do this on the eye layer, yeah. Yeah, okay. We gotta super buff up this line here. Cause one of the things I try to do with line art, you have your whole life ahead of you. Yeah, but you know, who knows? You have to start them. I don't got time. I don't got time for that. Unfortunately. What was I gonna say? I forgot now. Oh, this thick line. Okay, so I want to thicken this up a lot. One of the things I think is kind of important in illustration that's easy to forget is kind of imagining different layers in your artwork. Like, and I don't just mean like, you know, like layer 19 off here on the side for my drawing program. I guess the way I view it is, you know, when you get like a Figma or a Nendoroid and how the pieces that they come apart in? I kind of view those as like the important parts of like an anime character's design, right? So the fringe, I think, is quite an important part of the design for most characters. So I usually want to make sure that the fringe pops off the face, like pops off from the rest of the hair. So even though, like, yeah, I do want it to look kind of like smooth and stuff, I want it to look flowy and soft, I do also want to make sure that design of the fringe is conveyed. Right? Fantasy stories interesting to read. So I've heard. I wish certain content was more popular. I would love to do like a book club reading books for a lot of the series. But the thing is like books are just, I don't know, people don't care about books. VTuber fans don't care about books. Yeah, hair definitely exists in like a stack. Yeah. One of the first lessons I ever got in art when I was like a kid was to imagine the hair as more of big one piece rather than individual strands. Because you know when you're a kid and you draw your hair like this, you're going like, So like just instead you should draw it as if it's one big piece. Save time and conveys more volume. And that was reference for like semi-realism drawings too, not just like, you know, whatchamacallit. Not just is that an oblong? The oblongs. With a chemical spill. That show wasn't as bad as people try to say it is. I think it had it had its moments. Most of those moments were creepy Susie, but it did have them. The Oblongs is obscure as hell, is it? No, there's stuff that's way more obscure. Like a lot of the stuff from PBS Kids in like the early 2000s, a lot of that stuff is way more obscure. Sometimes it's kind of weird. Well, I guess I'm getting old, huh? But I don't know. It's kind of weird to meet a lot of people and they don't know, like all the stuff that used to come on Adult Swim when they were kids, you know? Like, I remember when I was a kid, we had Adult Swim on every night. It was always, King of the Hill was like usually the first one they played. In the evenings. There was a time, I think I remember there was a time where Cartoon Network, lasted until like 11 o'clock at night, I remember. It used to be, I'm not liking how these bangs are looking. I might just like, feel this out. It's like I don't want her eyes covered up because they're really important, but yeah, that's a lot better than what I was doing. Okay, there you go. Lucky you, I never got to have basic cable. Hey? I remember watching King of the Hill on Fox every Sunday. Someone always died in the season finales. Does someone always die in the season finale? Well, there's the pig guy, he got killed. There's Cotton. There's Luann's boyfriend. Who else died? Ladybird never died. Lucky? Well, Lucky, no, Lucky didn't die. No, Luann's boyfriend before. When, Buckley, wasn't it? Yeah, Buckley. Buckley, he's the one that died when the grocery store exploded from a gas leak. And then Luann lost all her hair. Thank you, Strato. Thank you. Do you remember that time when Cartoon Network aired the Iron Giant for a whole day? They did it for a whole day? I mean, I remember them airing it, but an entire day? They had a lot of stints like that where it was like, it's the blank marathon. The ones that were the worst was it's the, oh god, what's his name? His teenage sister treated her like a lab rat. What the hell is it called? That's Satan's spawn. What's it called? Johnny Test! Johnny Test! That thing sucks so bad. I remember they would do all day, and it was not even like one time, it was like multiple times. All day marathons of Johnny freaking Test, man! Ah! I hate Johnny Test. I hate it. It's so bad. Yeah, that was the worst. Here's the thing. People think it's bad with Teen Titans Go now, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, Teen Titans Go is infinitely better than frickin' Johnny Test. Like, you can just look at Johnny Test. Look at the later seasons of Johnny Test. You can just see the level of quality. The reason they constantly aired it is because it was dirt cheap to make. It looked like crap. Ah. Sorry, I'm a Totally Spies, Chad. I never really watched Totally Spies. I watched the Teen Titans, though. Thank you! Thank you, Ingenious Ghost. Happy 28 months! 28 months with the best main wolf Oshi. I'm your Oshi! Yay! Happy 28 months! Yahoo! Oh my god, yeah, wait, what is it? We're about to... Ow. We're about to get to, Welcome. Oh, thank you, Puffin Panda. Happy 30 months. Thank you. We're about to get to, Gunga Ginga. What do you call it? 3 years, right? Yeah! 3 years would be 36 months. Everybody's about to get a new, little emoji. A new little drink. Are you excited? Say you're excited! Say you're excited! I think that's looking pretty good so far. This is gonna take me forever though. I'm such a slow artist. Dude, the efficiency some people have, man. I wish. Welcome home. Thank you, Archama. Happy 34 months. I'm excited. Please don't hurt me. Or do. That's fine too. Eh? You want me to hurt you? Ah! You're dead now. Super excited. I really shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna throw my voice out if I do that. Man, my voice is a lot more fragile than it used to be. I guess that's what happened when you don't speak for so long. I can tell it gets, like, my throat gets itchier faster than it used to. Oh, well, either it's like, either it just needs more usage, or maybe it's all the damage from vomiting all the time. Either or, I don't know. It could be anything. I'm not a doctor. My big ol' ahogge. Sometimes I underestimate just how big my ahogge is. Like, it's not... I usually draw it as like a sprig. Like, I draw it like this most of the time. But it's really like... Like, it's quite long. It is quite long. It's just skinny. Stomate. I must check something. Definitely not a Roblox, tycoon. All's well, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. It's all good, it's all good. Yeah. Let's see here. Hi, Mozu, nice to see you again. Hi. Hello. I'm screaming like a schoolgirl who saw the Beatles. What? When was the last time a schoolgirl screamed at the Beatles? How? What's the dating we think is gonna be on that? How is your teeth? Much damage from the vomit? I don't know. I haven't gone to the dentist, so I don't know. I have to. I have to go to the dentist. And I gotta go to eye doctor and. It's a bunch of malarkey. Oh, this eyelash should come out more, I think. Like so. No. Like that. No. Angled a bit up. Schoolgirls who scream for the Beatles are now creaking on their walkers. I knew a guy in the military who got accused of being bulimic because he would drink straight vinegar and destroyed his teeth. Why did he do that? Did he have like kidney stones or something? I don't know. My stepdad drank a bunch of apple cider vinegar when he gets kidney stones. He got a lot of kidney stones, but I think that's because his entire water intake is Coke Zero. Mosey, you got me properly hooked on peanuts and Mexican Coke. I hope you're happy. I wish I could have given you a cheaper snack. Because Mexican Cokes are not cheap. They are not cheap. It's quite good though, isn't it? You see that video of the doctors flushing those out? Ha! I try not to look at that stuff. I am more squeamish than I used to be. I used to be like, yeah, decapitation videos, I don't care, whatever. Now I'm like, ew, that's a booger. I think because I'm so susceptible to vomiting right now, I try to avoid a lot of gross out stuff. I got my own body horror to deal with right now. I got plenty of it, a lifetime supply. Man, I wish I could have been at my level of art back in like 2007. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if back in 2007, if I was at my current level of art, I would have been doing so good. I remember being on DeviantArt and like idolizing so many people, and now I think I remember I sometimes I go back and I look at a lot of the old artists I liked from back then. I'm like, wow, I'm like kind of past that level now. It's kind of weird to feel that way. I wish I could have been an animator. Wow. Baby Mosey drawing. Yeah, I've been drawing my whole life. I think I really started to like drawing in like 5th grade. Like I always had been drawing a lot more than other kids, but I think the time where I was like really like, I really like this was in 5th grade. And I think that's because, well, 5th grade, that's when I was in the Warrior Cats, so... Which way should it be? That one? Or this way? I'm gonna go with that way. I followed Harry Partridge long enough to know that animating seems a lot cooler a profession than it actually is. Oh, believe me, I've tried. Animation's hard. The thing that's difficult is I don't have that natural aptitude for it, I don't think. Some people, okay, being a good animator and being good at art are two different things, okay? A lot of people, there's like a lot of stick figure animators, they're very good animators, but maybe they can't draw anything other than a stick figure, right? So, I've never had that natural aptitude for animation. I wish I did, though. I just don't even know how you even begin to know that you have that aptitude, because it's quite kind of a ceiling to entry unless you make like a bunch of flip-a-books, you know? Animation takes a lot of effort, time and effort, yeah. Yeah, for sure, yeah. I had a girl force me to read Warrior Cats. Did you live? Did you survive? Are you okay? Where did she bite you? We haven't even gotten to my boobies yet. What are we gonna do? I'm getting a lot of Avatar discourse on my timeline because of well, the new movie? I guess it's been leaked or something? I don't know if it's out yet, but everybody's already seen it apparently. Trying to map out a shape for this, because like right now I'm not satisfied. Most of his hair tufts are like vaguely shaped like hearts. Like they have like a chamber. Kind of like that. Or little flowers. Yeah. The Toph art was peak. Speaking of movies, I can't wait for the Mortal Kombat sequel. I've heard great things about it. Oh. I see art as a long process. Don't be afraid to just push out a finished product. You can add to it and refine it later. Treat it like a first draft when you're writing. I want to put more art on my Twitter. My art does well! Occasionally. But dang, does it take a long time. And sometimes if I just post like it'll get just as many likes, so the incentive is not large, other than I just like making art, you know? I have a suggestion.
Welcome, Moon and Star, to this place where destiny is made.
Whenever you get to anything related to Warhammer Gaming on stream again, you should show off that homebrew patriarch drawing. It's so good. Oh yeah, I should have it in my files in here. Old files. I just like blew through my lip when I did that. Wait, we're in con season now, are we? That makes me nervous. I'm not in many cons this year. Your strange utterances / writing is sort of an art in and of itself. My writing? That's another thing I haven't done in 8 billion years. I mean, I showed a sample of my writing. Oh, my voice cracked. I showed a sample of my writing that I was working on to, my back, hold on. I showed a little, my belly. I showed a little sample of my writing to members. Like I spoke it. Because I feel like narrating it is better than just like the plain text. It'll invoke more of a feeling in you. Oh yeah, for the Gezu story, yeah. So I'm like, it makes me shy though. I used to spend all day and night writing when I was in middle school. All day and night. It was like the only thing I wanted to do was just all day and night writing. I kind of want a pickle right now. Because I would do roleplay forums and I'd be roleplaying, but then I would also have my original stories that I thought of. Because the longer I roleplayed, the more I found things that I disliked in how other people roleplayed, or how people would... Things I disliked about how people would push stories, or things I thought were a bit limiting about like the Warrior Cat setting in general that I wish I could have done something different with, right? So, well, what were most of my stuff? I did not have animal stories though. You know? So like when I started writing stories, it was just straight up not, they weren't like, you know, my fan Warrior Cat things or anything like that. They were completely original, and they usually followed human characters. During university... Oh, let me move my mic over here. It is facing away from me. Get back, y'all. Get back, y'all. Was there such a creative person? Am I? I don't know. I like to create. I don't know if that means I'm creative, though. I just love, I love drawing. I love writing. I just love making stuff. I remember when English teachers would read stuff I wrote and said they were good to encourage me, but kid me through that them saying I was mini Shakespeare. My 7th grade literature teacher, he told me that if I didn't go into something with writing as an adult, I was wasting my my talent. And I said, well, I really like drawing and I wanna, and maybe I'll make like manga or comics. And he said, he said like, your writing will never, like, your illustrations will never come close to the quality of your writing. Is basically what he said. he said like, you shouldn't bother with that. You should just write books instead because you're a very good writer. And I'm like, nah, but I like drawing. Oh, shut up! You're the most talented person I know. I don't know. I have people I look up to, so. But thank you. I appreciate it. What was I gonna say? My drawing and writing. The thing that's difficult with writing is so you can begin and like keep writing it, but then there's probably gonna be a point where you have to go back and like revise everything that you've made for proper pacing. There's a lot of points, I think I kind of intuit this a lot of time when I'm writing, where I'm like, okay, I had this section and this section was quite long, but now we have this section coming up and this section's quite important, but it doesn't have as much meat to it compared to the previous section that admittedly wasn't as important to the story. So I either need to find a way to flesh out this section and make it longer, or I gotta trim a lot from the previous section. And in a lot of cases, it's hard because I was really like I like what I managed to create with the previous section. I usually try to write in a way that flows well. So it's like, oh, it flowed well. So I want to make sure, you know, maybe I have to find ways to flesh out this new one, and that's not always easy. Local literature guy thinks you should engage more with literature. Well, it wasn't just him though, because then when I went into high school, you know, I had that essay writing class. It was like, when I say an essay writing class, it's more important than you think. It was a college class, right? That I took in high school. And I was actually the youngest person in the class. So I was the only person of my grade. Actually, yeah, I think I was the only sophomore and everybody else was seniors and juniors. So I was the only sophomore, and then the other issue was so the way that they did the essays in the class, right? Because the whole point of the class was essay writing. And it was notoriously difficult to get a perfect score on the essays. You did timed essay writing. So you'd have to write it within like the timing of the class. I had the record for the most perfect scores on my essays. And generally speaking, I was told I was a very good essay writer and that I should also go into something where I write essays. Within the class, like in the history of that guy's class, I had the most perfect scores on my essays out of anybody that's taken it. And I was younger than everybody. Which you might be like, okay, Mozu, haha, look how modest you are, okay. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't mean anything. It was just a high school class, right? But it's another instance in which I was told that my writing was quite good and that it should be applied somewhere in my life. And here I am, I'm a VTuber. That crap didn't happen. I like writing though. I don't like writing essays. I hate writing essays. But I like writing occasionally. Occasionally. Oh man. Wait, should I go look up that thing? Okay, well first off, let me find the patriarch drawing from my fan chapter. Chitomote, will I find this? I gotta be British because most Warhammer characters are British. Because Game Workshop is British. I got a lot of like screenshots and stuff on here. Because I usually just use snipping tool to screenshot my artwork instead of like actually copying and saving it. This would have been a long time ago. Okay, well, this is a long time ago now. And then my Gezu drawings I was posting. I guess I do more art than I actually, like, give myself credit for. Don't worry, guys. AI can write your essays now, LMFAO. Dude, I have no idea how they would have interpreted my, how, like, college professors would have interpreted my essays in, like, the land of AI now. Because I don't know if I wrote, like, an AI or anything. I don't think so, but... Let me see. What books have you been reading lately? None! Thank you, Supakairu. Thank you. Yeah, I've not been reading anything lately. Perhaps I should? Here, I'm gonna hide my art really quick, just in case I pull up something inappropriate. Or actually, I can keep this open while I'm still looking. Let's see if I can open multiple things at once. Alright. Can I find the other one? The problem is it gonna be like a PNG or is it gonna be, my voice cracked. Dang, I drew this a long time ago, guys. A long time ago. I'm like having to scroll past all the like the Gen 2 stuff. Haha, I found it! Alright. I'm gonna try and open this real quick and make sure that it's not in a flow plant. Chotomote. Oh, first I want to show this one. This is an old one I was working on. Here's an old... This is old. This is before Romanzu's debut. I was working on a Romanzu artwork. I was liking how the armor was coming out and stuff. But this is old. She's jumping. And then... This was the... What I drew for the... Wait, no, he's not a patriarch. He's just a chapter leader. He's not a patriarch, sorry. But here's this is my fan chapter leader of my fan chapter, the Brass Talons. That's a great life drawing. Thank you. He looks like a Witcher character. I mean that as a compliment. I'm not gonna lie, I really like when characters have a scar that crosses over itself. Like, I like when the scar is like down and across, so it's like a cross scar. He looks like a brass talon. He's got studs in his head. Yeah. So cool seeing you do different styles. Well, you gotta practice. You gotta be trying some you gotta be trying whatchamacallit. You gotta practice realism at times. I rarely draw men. I need a lot more experience drawing men, that's for sure. Like this little sketch took, well, I mean it's a quite detailed sketch, but this sketch took a long time. Because once you draw one angle, especially in realism, you need to like constantly reference your angles to make sure that it's accurate. Like his nose, his downturned nose, that was hard. Trying to imagine it from another angle and how it would look. Yeah. I can tell you spent a lot of time working on this, yeah. It was old. Now I'm doing this. Yeah, see how long it takes me to make these few lines. Can you imagine? Nah, I did that. The other one I didn't like. I did in my free time, so I was probably more focused on it. Like I wasn't doing it on stream. it. Thank you, Orange Robot. I can come over and be your model if you need to draw men more often, Mozu. Hey! I've never done life drawing. Like, when I say life drawing, I've never done, you know, when people go into the room with a naked person. I've never done that. Why draw men when you can draw girls? I mean, I'm not against drawing men. I think there's plenty of cool male characters. I don't only illustrate to Goon. Well, I don't do that in the first place. I just realized how that sounds. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do that, okay? I like to illustrate. Honestly, I wish I could draw men more. I wish I could draw them better, because, obviously in my head, I think of a lot of male characters for my stories, and I really wish I could render them properly. I always draw men very weird. I give them very weird jaws and stuff. Because it's almost like I'm trying to overcompensate masculinity on when I draw men to where they look very goofy. They end up looking very cartoonish compared to my girls. I lost my flow. I have a conundrum, guys. I want to do Warhammer miniatures again, but there's an issue. There's an issue. Trying to assemble miniatures with super glue while you wear cloth gloves does not work. In fact, it will not work with any gloves you wear because, generally speaking, super glue, yeah, it'll adhere to plain skin, but at least your plain skin, like, super glue's kind of easy to get off skin comparatively. So I'm kind of at an impasse at the moment of what I should do. Because I'm a big proponent of gloved hand cams, right? Not even latex gloves? I don't think it would work well with latex gloves. I think you're more likely to, like, rip the glove up. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe the glue would have a reaction with the latex. Skill issue, use plain skin. Well, I don't know, it's not immersive, right? It's not immersive. That being said, my hands aren't, they're not, like, shocking or anything. Like, they're basically what you would expect. Just spray paint your hands, easy. What color? What color are you spray painting my hands? Yeah. Use plastic cement, not CA glue. CA glue. Do I have plastic? I did use plastic cement. Didn't I? Superglue cyanoacrylate. There's a brand of plastic cement that comes with a little brush attached to the lid. Yeah, I think I have that. Isn't that what Tamiya is? I have Tamiya. 2 miniatures and get long acrylic nails for it. Well, I do have acrylic nails, but I keep my nails very short because I want to be able to use my keyboard. But I have them for ASMR. I need to do ASMR again. Rawr. Pretty sure you were calling it plastic cement. I have Tamiya. That's plastic cement, isn't it? You guys, you have to remember it's been years since I've used it. Yes, please. That should be fine with latex gloves if it's that stuff. Oh, I missed the Mozu ASMR, yeah. I need to do ASMR again. I am planning to go out with my mom, my stepdad, and my stepdad's kind of like extended family. So like it's his parents and I guess my step-grandparents is what you would call that. And also his cousin and his wife. So they wanted me to come along on Saturday to go out to eat because they're in town. So I said I would, but I would like to, if I could, I would like to do ASMR on Saturday. Yes, you're amazing at ASMR. Hey! I never know if that's true. I never know if that's true. Like, in my head, I feel like I have kind of like a intuition for ASMR in some ways. Like, I kind of know, for me at least, I know that one of the big things for ASMR is kind of being rhythmic, not just making noise. So like, for example, let's say you put something fluffy in the ears, it should go like shh, shoo, shh, shoo. It should not just be like it should not be like that, right? That kind of thing. You're pretty dang good, am I? The thing that's so hard about ASMR is, well, I guess basically nobody, not very few people do this, right? Is the improv. Improv is really hard. I'm always sweating when people make like scenario requests because I'm like, oh god, am I gonna say something like stupid that's gonna ruin the mood? I'm always worried about that. It's like, here's my request. I'm gonna give you a noogie. I'm gonna give you a noogie, little sis. And it's like, okay, I need to make sure the first thing that comes to mind, it's like, okay, I need to be like an angry, like pouty little sister. Maybe make some like hair noises. What else? I have to make sure I don't end up saying something, cause like obviously you want the sister to be like mad and like say something like mean back, like you're such a jerk, like that, right? But then you're like, oh, I gotta make sure I don't say something like actually mean by accident. Because that would kind of ruin the mood. Think of improv like a writing assignment? Yeah, but like, so if I could write it in advance, that would probably be no problem, right? But you have like 2 seconds. You have 2 seconds to figure out what you're gonna do in ASMR. Once you get that thing, it's like, okay, what am I gonna do? And I'm also, as I'm doing it, I gotta make sure I'm keeping the triggers rhythmic if there's a trigger involved as well. And I'm having to keep track of the time on my OBS to prevent from going overtime or making sure I don't cut it too short. And like, it's not like I have a timer. It's like I have to look at like, okay, at this hour, I'm gonna start this and I'll be done by this hour. It's hard. It's hard. I'm intimidated by it. I do it, obviously, but I think that's one of the things people like the most about my ASMR content. But it's hard. Commendable, but you're probably overthinking it. Well, there's no such, I mean, it's improv. It's kind of, there's difficulty. I think it's difficult to overthink it in improv. I think you're being a tad analytical about something that's very vibes-based. I'm autistic. No, I don't know if I am. I don't know. Well, the difficulty of it probably makes you a perfectionist about it. Well, I definitely am a perfectionist. That's absolutely true. I'm a super perfectionist, which makes me die. I like to obsess about things, and it puts me in a funk in which I'll never complete it because I obsess about it too much. There's quite a lot involved in ASMR, it seems, yeah. I personally, I'm a big triggers person. I love the sound of triggers. Like, and this is not the, here's the thing, okay? I actually had a talk with some girls about this recently. Like, I don't have an issue with how other people make their ASMRs or anything like that, right? I actually think like different styles and different focuses is good. Because ASMR is it's a bigger genre than you would really initially think it is, right? So that being said, for me, I really like triggers, and to be honest, a lot of VTubers don't really like the triggers is not really the focus for them. In most cases, it's the roleplay is the big part for them. Which roleplay is definitely probably the biggest part of my ASMR too. But I don't know. I like the I like that. That's like my favorite part. It makes it fun. So maybe that's a bit of my my edge, I guess. That's my edge, as I do the triggers. Cause in some triggers, and then also the interactiveness. I'm not gonna lie, there's some triggers I like, but I feel too embarrassed to do them. Not because they're inappropriate, but I think they're just kind of, I just cringe at the idea. Like, there's some, I like when people make random mouth noises, but okay, when you hear that, you're like, is that like ear licking? What the hell is that? Like you're flicking your tongue around? No, like when it's like a... Like stupid stuff like that that doesn't make any sense. It's just like a sound effect, right? It's just like a sound effect. It's not like a you know, gross wet sound. It's just like a, I don't know. You know, like when people do like finger guns, like that. I really like those, but the idea of like doing that back and forth, I don't know, it makes my face hot with embarrassment. Like tongue clicking, kinda? But no tongue noise. It's not like a wet noise or anything. That one, I like that, and I like listening to it, but like, it makes me embarrassed to do it. Because it starts to feel like, oh, this is the part where I'm starting to get kind of like late stage ASMR. I mean, JP SFX noise are just that, no? Kinda. Onomatopoeia is a little different, because you're saying more of a word in a lot of those cases. You know, like hua hua. Hua hua is not the same as like actually trying to literally sound like a sound effect. You know what I mean? For me, ear licking ASMR makes me mad. Like, and when I say that, you're like, oh, because of like moral stuff? No, like genuinely, when I hear ear licking, I don't know, it makes my cortisol rise a lot. But sometimes I've done that before, where like I get so angry, I'm just like, I get whatchamacallit, I get like focused in a anger way. I don't know how else to describe it. I've listened to it before where I'm like, I'm just so mad, I'm gonna finish all of this right now. I don't know why it does that to me. I don't listen to it because of that reason. But it does have like a weird effect on me. I'm giving Mozu kind of saggy boobies. Are you guys okay with that? Her boobs being a little saggy? Some triggers are polarizing. People either love or hate. Yeah. I'm going to eat, but love you, Mozu. Thank you! Good night. Good night. Yeah, sure. It's lore accurate. Wait, what do you mean lore accurate? The saggy boobies? No! No, it's not. I got perky. Okay, wait. I need to not talk about that. What am I trying to prove? Stop! Yes, just shut up! What did you guys just give me to say? I feel stupid now. Talk about embarrassing. No. Draw my picture, man. I just want to make art, man. Man, something I really like about Mozu's top that I don't usually draw, and I'm not gonna draw it here because it would be too much, but like, if she leans forward and it like sags down and then you get to see like her belly through. I mean, that's kind of nice. I'm just saying. I'm gonna move her cleavage over. I want her boobs to be a bit more even. Do you guys want to see, well, yeah, I think I can show it. You guys want to see my attempt at rendering, Mozubi's? It would indeed be nice. You gotta love to see it. The belly peak is peak. I tried to do like a render, cause there was a time where I wasn't sure which way I wanted Mozu's to be, right? So there was a lot of thought that went into her Mozubis, because Mozubis are like one of the most important things of her design, right? Just earnestly, they are. When I decided to be the booby member of V-Dere, I was like, I gotta commit to this and put all my effort into making sure they're good, right? So like part of that is I wanted them to look warm and have blood flow in them. They needed to have a nice amount of sag to them. The rigging on them the rigging was really important. Needed to make sure that they had depth, and also that they moved in a semi-realistic way. Because a lot of VTubers, their big boobies move like water. They don't move like boobs, which is not as appealing, right? You want it to have a little muscle in it, right? I think you Attico. Perkiness is a sign of youthfulness. Peachy peach. Also visible veins, yeah. I mean, I was ambivalent on the veins. I didn't know if I should implement them or yet. It was my idea. I'm glad I did though, because now everybody talks about like, she's got a vein on her boobie. She's got veins on there. What? So that's nice. And yeah, here we are. This is just artwork, okay? This is just like rendering practice, okay? It's not inappropriate, okay? This is just rendering practice. But this was my attempt. Oh, I was gonna say, I need to explain this before I show it. So one of the things I was thinking about is, so Mozu has a very tight kind of cleavage going on with her Mozubis, right? Which can be nice, but it limits the motion of her Mozubis because they can't actually separate from one another, right? Because, boobies, there are two of them. They're not just one big piece. So I was ambivalent on whether or not she should have them pushed together or if they should be separated. And then I would be able to have a wider range of motion with each one. So I am working on like a practice model of Mozu, just like to practice, drawing things, because I haven't made a model in a very long time. Now it does have, it does have the same leaves from this model as like a placeholder, but here, I'll show you. Watch out! So this is like, I was trying to do some different rendering on them. One of the things I wanted to do, I'm just gonna, here's her shirt. She's wearing a shirt. But yes, I wanted them to look, I wanted to have more of like a halo light effect on like the Mozubis. And then, I wanted when skin folds, there's usually a little bit of a gleam to it. Right now, Mozu's don't have that gleam. Her cleavage is a bit more cartoony. I wanted to make her cleavage a bit more like realistic. Yeah. So this was my like rendering work in progress, attempt. Because I wanted to find a middle ground where the cleavage was still there, with her shirt and everything, but give me a little bit more room to work with to give her a bit more like 3D motion on each one. Yeah. Yeah. This is literally the worst stream I could be watching in public. It's just art! It's just art! I'm an artist though! Are you making a 3D model? I have a 3D model. It's not debuted yet, though. The 3D model's been done for like 2 years now. I just haven't debuted it because I want to make like a big event. I think eye trauma. I'm not convinced. Can you draw them smushed against a clear surface to aid in this visualization? Did you also see those tweets of that VR chat add-on that allows the boobs to properly push against flat surfaces? Did you also see that? Because I saw that and I was like, how can I apply this to my... Oh yeah, I did see that, yeah. I was thinking about how I could maybe apply that to my 3D, but it would obviously only work in VR chat, I think. It wouldn't work in like another 3D platform. The Nye versus Pi is finally possible. Nye versus Pi! What does it mean? So now we have it like this. I'm trying to make the shape correct, because like, earnestly, if we want the boobies to look nice and like perky, we would not draw them like, I don't know, when somebody's like boobies are down and they're drawn like this, I mean that's not so bad, but like, it makes it look okay, like this. Like, let's say one boobie instead of like this, right? Instead of like just being straight on the sides, if it like puckers, at the base, that's kind of weird. It makes it seem like fluid is moving around in them, you know? But not in a good way, like it's like a water balloon. So I do it like this, make it more slight. And then it's gonna be kind of complicated once we start adding her greeblies, the detail to that shirt. So I'm just gonna work on like this. So for me, I'm mostly focusing on this as like a black and white piece. Yeah. Finish the bead here. Oh, I made that too big. You guys, groceries have gotten so expensive. They've gotten so expensive. I was what is balancing a checkbook? What is that actually doing? What are you when you balance a checkbook? What are you doing? I don't have a checkbook. But I don't know. I just asked that because I was looking over my monthly expenses, right? Because like I was like, okay, what damage did I do in April, now that it's coming to an end. And Jesus amazes, groceries are expensive. They're so expensive. And I'm not talking like, I'm talking Walmart's expensive, man. What is going on? Because back when I first started doing VTubing full time, like, I could get 2 weeks of groceries, with less than, like... I'm not gonna lie, there are times I got 2 weeks of groceries for 40 bucks. Oh, thank you, Raiden. It's called bookkeeping. Bookkeeping. Yeah, it feels like my normal order is at least $20 more suddenly. I mean, I guess it's been gradually going up as well, but it just... It's so much more! Ah! Then again, maybe my diet was a lot worse back then. Cause remember, you guys remember back in the olden days, I used to just eat like a Jimmy Dean. I would just eat like 2 Jimmy Deans a day, and that was my meals. But still, it's like, so expensive. I disagree. It actually feels like all of a sudden it's way more expensive. You barely ate before, yeah. Nah. Jimmy Dean, my beloved. I'm trying to avoid all that processed stuff now because of my stomach. I mean, it's harder for me to keep processed stuff down anyways. Like, I've thrown up Jimmy Dean since I've gotten sick. They don't work as good for me now, Mo. 2 weeks for $40. That's an absurd deal even back then. Well, I probably live in one of the cheapest places to live in the country. To be honest. You ate one and it tasted like straight saline, as I recall. What, Jimmy Dean? Oh, Jimmy Dean? No, Jimmy Dean good. I like Jimmy Dean. I don't know. Jimmy Dean isn't welcome in this house anymore. The issue is that it's just tough on my tummy because it's not real. It's all fake. It's all fake. I guess I can be behind this hair tuft. Yeah. Dum, dum. Something I often forget about is just how far, like, this part right here, the, like, top part of her hair tufts, I forget how far away they come away from her face. Yeah, I'm trying to save money buying a large sack of potatoes to go with chicken for dinner since they're pretty cheap in bulk and filling. But you have to save money to buy potatoes? Isn't like a sack of potatoes $5? Pen texture is really nice. Yeah, I don't usually use a textured pen. I used to, and I don't know why I forget. I just don't do it sometimes. I use Paint Tool SAI. I don't be using no Clip Studio. I'm on that old stuff. Old tech. You can get cheap chicken from the Amish if they're in your area. Are there any Amish that live in the South? I don't think so. Potatoes, rice, beans, and lentils if you want to eat lots and not have it cost much. I hate beans and lentils. I like baked beans, I guess, but I can't handle the chalky texture. Hate chalky texture. I like peas. Peas aren't that cheap though. Rotisserie chickens are still a good deal where I live. Yeah, they're not too bad, but you have to eat them immediately. Okay, maybe not cutting corners, but just some sides that are still healthy and not pricey. Broccoli adds up fast. Oh. Corn? Corn's not good for you though. Not generally speaking. Might use old tires for shoes. Lentils taste good. It's the texture. It's a texture thing for me. Lentils and beans are a bit pasty, yeah. Have to grow your own food soon. Dude, you guys, I saw, it was like this short or something of like this trad wife, right? And she's trying to show how trad she is by milling flour to make chocolate chip cookies. So that's what she was doing. She was milling flour from like doing the entire process of making flour just to use it to make cookies. And I was just thinking like, Yeah, what a waste of time. Like, that's not... Do you really think... Like, the trad societies in which you are trying to replicate... Have you ever met someone whose last name is Miller? Do you know why their last name was Miller? Can you imagine why that might be the case? Mills have existed for a very long time. Like, you did not have to source everything at your own home. That's why we live in societies, okay? That's why we live in societies. I think it was more like a fun project. That's one thing, yeah. I mean, if you're just trying to do like a fun project, but the depiction was trying to be like, this is what we used to do back in the day, which is just not accurate. Not accurate. If women want to be traditional wife, that's fine, but I do feel some women try to force exaggerated feminine qualities. It's better to just be your authentic self. What would be an exaggerated feminine quality? I don't have any issue if you want to do more traditional stuff. Like, I think there's quite a few things that are probably much better to be done at home, right? I wish I was better at baking bread, for one, because, like, grocery store bread is awful. I wish I could bake bread at home. Right? But we don't gotta be our own milleries, right? We don't gotta be hand milling flour for everything we're making. My condolences to the men with the last name Fluffer. Is that real? I don't think anybody's named Fluffer. Nobody's named Fluffer. Yeah. Thank you, iTrauma. Unprepared for SHTF. Can't hold off the ATF. Probably already flashbanged in the compound. Not gonna make it. Baking is honestly so fun. Yeah, I like baking. I haven't done a lot of baking though. I used to do a lot more baking. Now I'm mostly just cooking. John Jelker. Oh my god. Grocery store bread is just cake with fewer ingredients. I can't believe I just had to allow Fudge Packer on Twitch. That's scary. Moju, if I don't source my own flour, I'll get microplastics and it makes me infertile. I mean, I thought, isn't like one of the largest sources for microplastics come from tires? Wouldn't that contaminate like rainwater in general? I don't know. It might. Whenever I hear stuff like, a lot of times I hear stuff like that, and I'm like, I think American industries are usually like the factories in America, or like the farm plots in America, are usually not the ones you gotta worry about. Like our giant ocean plastic landfill islands. I don't know. I feel like those contribute in a large way. Microplastics are not the only source of contamination in modern society. At least it's not as bad as lead poisoning was back in the day. Yeah. Everybody's got microplastics. What was it that I saw? Is that they literally cannot... There's no control that they can use for people that are like not exposed to microplastics, because everybody has microplastics in their system. Like even people like uncontacted tribes probably have microplastics in their system because of how much it's just ubiquitous in the environment at this point. Rubber is actually high in fiber. Really? It's in the air. I don't really want to smell my house. Rubber ain't all that bad for you, to be honest. Isn't there cases in which we've eaten rubber? Like there's like foods that had rubber in them or something? Did gum used to have rubber? Yes, rubber comes from trees, yeah. Didn't Didn't gum used to be rubber? Yes, it did. Yeah! Exactly. Man, I have so much random trivia knowledge. No, wait, mastic maybe, but rubber? Well, mastic gum is still gum. I will save the world by eating more microplastics now so the future generations won't have to. I've started ordering toys off of Temu and eating them to protect the children. Boomers ate rubber and you know how they are. Is that the problem with boomers though? I wonder if a boomer's ever watched my stream. My dad's a boomer. Who here a boomer? I know I have Gen X watchers. I'm starting to get a little radicalized on boomers. I used to not really have a strong opinion on them. But the more I see it, the more I'm like, yeah, that kind of is true. Like, a lot of them just, they don't care about leaving anything behind for their families. They just want to, like, liquidate and live in complete, like, opulence. I'm a boomer, vomits on Lewis. That's my boomer noises. What radicalized you? Well, just like, the collector boomers. I guess I get that. I get the impression. I get that kind of that impression from my uncle. I'm turning 72 tomorrow. Are you actually 72? Are you actually my dad's age? My back. To prove it, prove you're a boomer. Just tell me something only a boomer would know. Yeah, it's my nap time, Mozu. Oh, my dad still works. My grandma is a silent... she's silent generation? Oh my gosh. Wait, she's gotta be in her hundreds now, right? Yeah, she's gotta be in her hundreds, because my, no? My grandma, she was, I think, greatest? And she was 90-something. He walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Shut up. Can I ask you something? No! No, you can't. If you ask me something, I'll cry and end the stream. I can't handle questions. 86. Huh. Boomer buys a $200,000 house, can't sell it for $2 million, cries in impotent marriage, many such cases. For me, the radicalizing thing is just seeing, like, a 2-bedroom sold for $2 million and said, like, nice starter home. That stuff is, that's radicalizing. To me, that radicalizes me. I'm like, what do you mean starter home? For $2 million? What do you think? I'm also on the side of, I think, in some ways, millennials and some older Zoomers are a bit too whiny about things, because, like, I don't know, a large part of my experience with those age groups is they're just kind of helpless. Like, they just kind of want everything to be given to them, right? But that's not entirely the case, right? Obviously, I'm a Zoomer, and I don't think I'm that way, right? So, that being said, Gunga Gingo. That being said, it's just like the goal in a lot of cases for a lot of boomers, or, you know, basically the parents of millennials and Gen Z. A lot of them will be like, you gotta pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I did it at your age. It's like, yeah, houses weren't, but you're like, you're sitting there selling your starter home for $2 million and being like, why can't you buy that? That's the thing that gets a little, that's like, makes me annoyed. YouTube, please. YouTube die? What? No. I can tolerate a lot, but it's being talked down constantly that gets to me, yeah. Working fine for me. Okay, well, that's good. I think a lot of boomers are stuck in their mindset from their time. That's the thing, but, like, boomers, they had it so good. Boomers had it so good. I don't know. Just a lifetime of opulence. There's some greatest generation people still alive, which is nuts. Well, yeah, my grandma was one, I believe. I think she was. Yeah, they did. They didn't have the internet. Wasted generation, TBH. But I'm not someone that's like, I hate all boomers or anything like that. Obviously, a lot of... As a retro gamer, a lot of my favorite pieces of media and franchises were created by Gen Xers and boomers, okay? Alright. They had to be made by somebody. Hold on. My back. Ooh, maybe I'm a boomer. My back's bad. My dad probably has a better back than me, though. Silencers went through the Great Depression. Yeah, my grandpa was, he went through the Great Depression. He served in World War II and the Korean War. Yeah. You know, that's what I talked to my dad about. Now I remember. When I went out to eat with him, I asked him a few questions about it. And I was like, so, you know, I didn't really get to know grandpa that well because he was so old when I was a kid. Like, he could talk, but I couldn't understand what he said. Other people could, but I was too young to understand his like, you know, that kind of thing. But I asked him, and yeah, he said he served in both of those. And I was like, so did he end up having like prejudice? And he was like, no, he hated his fellow combatants more because they couldn't be trusted. They were all seditionists. That's what he said. Well, so you got a deadlift for a better back. Imagine the closest thing you get to a meme is a peanut strip. Oh my goodness. I worked for a summer in my senior year of high school and bought a brand new Chevelle? Chevelle. I don't see why you can't afford a bus pass. But, I mean, on the other hand, you just gotta watch a little bit of financial audit to see a little bit of how Zoomers are doing in the financial aspect. Cause really, I mean, as much as we want to say, yeah, a lot of them just like completely max out their credit cards. My sister, well, she's a millennial, but the second she got a credit card, she maxed that thing out like $10,000 immediately. As soon as she got it, she maxed it out. I remember me in high school trying to tell my sister how to rebuild her credit. And she was like, why don't they teach this in school? And I'm like, well, I'm literally taking it in school right now. And she was like... Oh man, I love financial. It comforts me that I'm not as bad with money as any of the guests. Yeah, it makes me feel better. It's why it's partially inspired me to want to take my finances more seriously, though. Seeing just how bad the situation is. You guys, I gotta join the military and stub my toe and then leave so I can get VA benefits permanently forever. Please give me free money. I need $4,000 a month because I stubbed my toe, please. And not even like on base or anything. I stubbed my toe at home. What? I was talking to my grandmother's aunt one time and she said, and she thought it was weird I watched Japanese media because they were the enemy. When I got my first salary job, I walked into the building, asked to talk to the CEO. I looked him right in the eye, shook his hand, and said, I'm here for my job. We didn't have this technology. Don't join finances to get money. Join finances to coast along on inevitable generational bailout once the clown house investment economy shatters. My dad was in the US military, but I didn't follow after him. Never liked the idea of them controlling me. I think well, as for people blood related to me, I think my grandpa was the last one. Like, I had other family members in it, but, you know, my mom's adopted, so, like, they're not actually blood related to me. But, yeah. Oh wait, no, no, he's also not blood related to me. my blood related family is quite small. The firm handshake thing always makes me laugh because I legit did get one of my first jobs that way. I mean, I know people roll their eyes. There is a modicum of merit to it. I'm not sure how that would work for me though as a Foid. I don't know. I don't know if the firm handshake thing works as well as like a potential Foid employee. I feel like if I came into a job and I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm a girl boss. Shake your hand." I think they might actually not want to hire me. Well, I guess it depends if I'm being hired by a woman or a man. Typically, women are the part of the hiring department, right? The HR. Both my grandparents on both sides served in the army, and I'm probably too disagreeable for the modern military. My granddad was in the Air Force flying Zeppelins in Vietnam. Woof. Really does work. It works, and I hate it. I don't want to talk to people. I just want money. Yeah, it's Foid Central. Oh, man. I don't know. I wonder if I could get a job now if I tried. I don't know. Like, back when I had a job, but that was quite many years ago. Back when I got a job, like, in my view, I thought it was not that difficult to get one. Like, at least at the level I was at, because it was not like a high-tier job or anything. It was like a basic, you know, entry-level job, right? The reason I bring it up is because my sister, recently, she was unemployed for over a year. But when that happened, I mean, like, my perspective at this point, because I know what my sister's like, and I know what she was saying in her interviews. I'm like, she finally got hired somewhere, and I have to sit here and think, there must be a reason. It can't just be that nowhere wanted to hire. Like, it can't just be that, like, they just randomly did not want to hire you for no reason. You have to be doing something at that point for, like, a whole year of rejections. Because she was getting unemployment that whole time, right? And I think to receive unemployment, you have to be proving that you're actively, like, applying for these positions. Right? Mostly just be a day trader. It's easy. Money goes in and it goes up. Can one of you guys be my day trader? Honestly, I've been wanting that. I want someone to manage a portfolio for me. That would make me happy. Praying for some brand new get-rich-quick scheme to appear, like crypto or NFTs. Yeah, I can. It's rough right now. The job market is screwed from several directions right now. If I had infinite money, I would just do 8 billion VTuber things. That's probably what I would do. Day trading on your Oshi's account. That's just gambling. Bet on red. I'm with you there, Mozumi. I wish I could find a way to put my savings to work after I buy a house. Oh. Well, yeah, I have a house now, so like, I have a savings account, but I don't know. I feel like I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to, like, destroy it or anything like that. I'm not trying to get super risky. But, generally speaking, if you put it into if you have, like, a diversified portfolio in the stock market, that's going to have higher yield than a savings account. Like, just automatically, won't it? Like, over the course of years, if you look at it. Because right now, like, my savings account has gotten, like, what, like, 20 cents in the entire time it's existed. My biggest gains I got were from Rocket Labs and Palantir. In the long term, yeah. Just dump your savings into an index fund or US large cap mutual fund. It's pretty risk-free if you're under 50. So, well, right now I have my Roth, and I'm trying to contribute to that kind of regularly. But that's basically it. I got savings and Roth. I feel like I need more than that. Welcome! 来てくれてありがと wait. Can I introduce myself in Japanese? It's been so long. はじめまして。僕は、もずみです。よろしく。Today, drawing, art, not naked, naked. No, it's art. Yes. I hope you had a good stream, Ri-chan. Mozu-chan will know. How do you say it? One day. How do I say one day? Guys, help me. How do I say it? Oh, ちょっと待って。Hello! Tomorrow? Tomorrow? 早いyeah, tomorrow? Maybe. もずちゃんおっぱいビッグ。はい、おっぱいです。でかいですね。でかいだよ。るーちゃんは、すごい小さい。めちゃ可愛いね。We are duo. あららぺったんこ。はい。フラット is justice. あらールービック。はい。Yes. ハート。like 文字。いや。ルちゃんは、めちゃでかい。でかい。一番でかい、ルちゃん。Number one. Biggest sister. Yes! はい。わかりました。なるほど。Sure. あら？Where's my chat? Okay, here. Boop. Okay, I got it all back. Yes, one day. るーちゃん、むず、コラボ。日本語勉強します。I must 勉強。赤ちゃんです。my Japanese is so baby. I draw. Okay. Oh dang, I'm a slow artist. I don't have much progress, you guys. Oh! 大丈夫。I threw my pen. It's the back of the head time. We got the important parts outlined. Yeah, the important parts. Why would you throw it, SMH? Hey! My hands are clammy. Big ears. Well, yes, I got big ears. I always think it's funny remembering I was initially supposed to be a cat. Mimi dekai. Hi, Mimi dekai. I think your design would work either way. You think so? You think I could be a cat? They're hella fluffy though. Well, yeah. What's the point in having ears if they're not fluffy? Ah. Oh man, I gotta do music. I gotta make music. You guys, I have a cover I made 8 billion. I have a cover I made for my debut. And I've never released it. It's finished. I mean, no, it's not finished. The music is finished, but there's no video for it and there's no artwork for it. But I think it sounds quite good. I want to release it one day. Gao stuff, yeah. Gao stuff needs to be finished. The issue is that covers and like original songs, they cost so much money. Like the music part is finished, but well, actually no, not for Gao stuff. I don't have a mixed version, but what was the cover song? I have to keep it secret. I mean, I played it for members at some point, but still got lyrics to write too. Yeah, I have another original song that I was given an instrumental for that I still gotta write lyrics for that I've never done. Ah! Is it 難しい? Difficult. 難しいだよね. Gao step onegai. The issue is that if I was to get like, okay, how much did freaking Victress cost me? Victress was over $1,000. That's how, like, it was over $1,000 to get Victress made. Stuff is just not accessible. Sourcing stuff for covers and original song is really annoying. I've heard horror stories. Are you streaming in multiple platforms? Yeah, YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. Both. And Twitter. Twitter more. Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah. Sourcing stuff for covers and original songs is really... I've heard the horror stories. I mean, the issue is, like... I have a high level of quality that I'm happy with. And also, I've also had a lot of bad experiences with some, like... there's cheap people out there, but... You might end up... If you always try to go for, like, the cheapest people possible, you might end up getting it remade 3 times because someone just could not deliver. You know? I've had that happen. So in my opinion, it's almost kind of worth it to just go with the expensive person the first time, and you might end up actually saving money by doing that. But also, you can guarantee it's going to be high quality, right? Yeah, I want to release more music. I like singing. It's just it's expensive. Yeah, you gotta get heavy hitters, Mozu. You're so good at singing. Yeah. You have to rely on people to finish their part of the deal, yeah. Think of the transformative magical experience of your Oshi releasing a song and a video and a new outfit at the same time. Oh my god, yeah, my new outfit debut, that was expensive, but I mean, I think I did a good job. I had a lot of content for that new outfit debut. We had the new outfit, we had Victorous, we had the like skits that came out. It was like a group event, and all the merch as well. I had a lot prepared for that. Trying to bolden up this ahoge more, so it's obvious that it's an ahoge. It's kind of messy, but whatever, I'll fix it later. Voila. Wow. When is my groceries gonna be here? I need them. Dude, whenever I order groceries, they're really bad at giving me a heads up. Like, they're like, and your order's 10 minutes away. That's usually how they go about it. Do. I always get stuff delivered and it arrives so fast that I'm distracted and just sits on the doorstep for half an hour. Mozu, what are you like as an interviewer? What's your style? Just like calm, be chill. So, I probably talk about this. I think it's really funny. Most of the interviews usually are done by Airi and I. Airi is very clinical. And I try to break that up by I try to break that up by being a bit more goofy and a bit more affable, you know? So Airi should be like, okay, so what are your strengths and what is your experience with this platform? That's how Airi does her interviews. And I'm like, so, yeah, basically what this means is this and that, and we're just trying to get a feel for, like, you know, what's comfortable for you. We just want to get, like, an idea, you know? That's, like, the juxtaposition of our dynamic. What are your weaknesses? Your weaknesses? I don't usually ask that. I don't ask what are your weaknesses. I've been in interviews where they've asked that, and I don't know, like... I don't know if that's a good question, because, like, obviously someone's not gonna give you a real answer. Naka! Oh no! Welcome, Gemstones! Welcome! Hey! Welcome! Hi, everybody! Hey! I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a good one. We just be doodling today. I got, like, a little collage drawing I'm working on of myself. Nakoni, welcome! Oh my goodness! Welcome everybody! I just be doodling. I be doodling right now. What were we just talking about? I want to tell you guys what we were talking about. Nah, blanked. We were talking about... interviews. That's what we were talking about. And food, yeah, interviews and food deliveries. That's what we were talking about. Welcome everybody. I'm Mozumi Pichi, main wolf ranger, a Vtuber group, V-Dere! I'm part of the first generation. And we were just talking about how we recently had our auditions open, and we're going through interview processes right now. And I was talking a little bit about my dynamic with my gen mate on how we approach interviews. How we approach interviews. How about food interviews? How do you interview food? I don't imagine there's much to say. Well, I guess it depends. Are you eating something that's alive? The first generation, a daughter of Adam. No! I don't mean it in that way. Even if I am using leaves to cover my privates. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. I think it's a unique perspective. You know, a lot of the things we'll be asking about in like V-Dere is not the same as what you would be asking in like a corpo interview, right? Because in my opinion, like when you're doing an interview for like V-Dere, we have an option of bringing on your IP, right? We have an option of bringing on your IP. So we also need to be looking at it in like, not everybody is gonna have the same like interview type. People have different options, different things we'll suggest for them. But also you also want to kind of like, you know, talk about what the benefit of being in their group is. You know, if you already have something set up, you want to give them a reason to want to join. That's kind of like in some interviews I've been in, a lot of them are rather like dry, and it's like, what can you provide us, right? But it's like, oh, you also kind of want to. You never know if somebody has a couple options on the back burner, right? Talking about the auditions, are you done with the invitations yet, or are you still sending? I would say look to the V-Dere Twitter account for that. That's gonna be your best bet on up-to-date things. I can't be making statements for the entirety of the group. The V-Dere account has been pretty active in keeping updates for people for like the auditions and stuff. It's got like that progress bar. So just keep an eye on the main account. Whenever it's all closed up and things like that, there will be a thing on there for you. Our poor auditionees though, they had to have such like a long how do you say? They had to have such a long wait period because I was so sick. Because I was gone for so long. I made her hands quite large. That's my Western art sensibilities coming through. Dude, how do you make small hands? Maybe her wrist is way too thick too. Mostly with yaoi hands. I was thinking that Airi was gonna have to do the interviews all by herself. She did do a lot of them by herself, so she was very nice to do that. But generally it was usually us as a duo. For the last, for Gen 2 interviews, Mimi Momo. For Gen 2 interviews, I was there for every single one with Airi. But this time I had to call out a couple of them because I was not feeling good. I'm so miffed I wasn't around during the like audition like info time because I was sick. I wasn't able to do like the Q&A stuff because I have so many things I could say about auditions, like my suggestions and things like that. I need tapping papers on the desk staring down the candidates. I need a Mozu ask you red or blue and you get a different route based on your choice. A little bit of Renpai coding incorporated into every interview. Welcome to the interview. No quick saving. I will know. this V-Dere con. You know, yeah, I've thought about it. In some ways, actually investing in opening like renting out an actual venue for a convention is actually not that expensive. Like, not so expensive compared to sponsors I've done in the past, you know? That being said, the real issue is you need to find people to run a con for you. And there's like basically a preset pool of people you can expect to do that. Cause what you'll notice is, at least in a particular area, generally speaking, the anime conventions are all run by the same people. They're usually run by the same people in like a given area. So you need to kind of be in touch with the convention circuit in your given area in order to set up the convention there. So I would say that's the larger barrier to entry. Having fun with your audience is a cool idea, but anything worth doing costs money. You're running a business, so you can't be casual about the cost. Well, I'm aware. I'm aware. I mean, if I ran a convention, I would not be there. That's for sure. I would, what would I do? I mean, I would like to be there. I could probably do a lot if I was on the ground, but I don't know. I don't know about like showing up. I would have to like be on like a training arc for months in advance. When was the last time I even went to a con? It's been a very long time. Huh. Makes sense. I'd love to volunteer if I could, but I doubt a con like that would ever be in South Dakota. There's no like Eastern cons. It's all in California and like Texas. That's like where everything is. We need someone to start like a East Coast VTuber con or something. So right now everybody has to go across the country. EU has it even worse, it seems. Well, they do have, it's called Oshi Uplink. Dude, that kind of came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, I guess everybody's here at Oshi Uplink this year. Man, I would have liked to have gone. Like, it was like, oh, wait, we got like another convention, another VTuber convention in North America. Got Awa in Georgia and Holiday Matsuri in Florida. Are those dedicated VTuber cons though? Yeah, I know a few talents doing stuff there, yeah. To be fair, Europe has pretty fast travel between areas. Christ. Is there anything in Australia? Do you guys have any cons there? Dun, 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 dun. No, 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 no. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, did you guys know that Mozu does not actually have short hair? She's got like mid-length hair. Yeah. Supernova and Smash, really. On a slight tangent, I know it's con season and all, but if you or V-Dere did rent out a venue, what would you want? When would you want it to happen? What time of the year? Probably like spring or summer. If I had to guess. Or mullet Oshi. Yeah, my mullet. My mullet. I want a proper V-Dere maid cafe! That's what I want! Ara! Oh, thank you, Tavo. Thank you. Hato. I was just wearing a bald cap and a ginger wig. What? Where did you get that impression from? A bald cap and a ginger wig? Why would I need both? Why wouldn't the hairnet be enough? Yeah, time of year. Yeah. I want to have a V-Dere maid cafe, and I want our tea to. I want people to drink our tea, and yeah. I gotta sneeze. No, I'm okay. Redhead ladies are a memorable design. I have a fondness for them. Is there... How many redhead VTubers are there? The one that immediately comes to mind is Kirikoko. Who else? Who else? Name all the redhead VTubers now. Go. Daya, Zentreya. Okay, wait, here's the question. When we say redhead, are we talking like gingers? Or are we talking literally red hair? Because people don't have literal red hair in real life. Both. Hosho Marin. Both? Both. I don't know. I think they're different. I consider gingers to be a type of redhead. Well, I think gingers are the only, like, real redhead. Like, if you're talking about real life. Because if you have red hair, it's an unnatural color. Dola? Oh, Dola has a good design. Anya Katrina? Is Pillow's hair red? It's like salmon. Her hair color is like pink, between pink and orange. Redheads are a mutation? No. They're epic. Redheads are the correct choice. They're the redheads are the next stage of evolution. Kiara, yeah. Hako is Hosho, Elizabeth Rose. All that I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, how many? Okay, maybe I should be more specific. How many orange heads are there? Name all the orange head VTubers you know. Who do I know? Does Tomomi count? Is her hair yellow or orange? Red hair is a step before becoming a crab. I heard red hair comes from the Neanderthal gene, which is kind of cool. Kiru Koko was orange when she was still active. What are you saying? Are you saying after she died, her hair's not orange no more? Buff Pop? Orange, she's a tiger. Wait, there's a VTuber just named Orange? Hello? Who else is orange? Oh yeah, Toffee's orange. Who else? Oh, Tomomi. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Annoying orange, shut up. Stop saying the annoying orange. Apparently, if you ground down a person and analyze what they're made of chemically, red hair has the most gold content. Hare? Serina's orange. Eh? Is her hair orange? I don't know. Serena has like blonde hair to me. It's like a blonde. What other Vtubers are there? Are breaking. I know more redheads than orange heads. Well, red hair is more common in anime. Maybe? I don't know. Is red hair more common in anime than orange hair? She has orange accents. Well, I'm talking about orange hair. We're talking about orange hair, not if their theme is orange. It got a little orange in it, true. Oh, yeah. Who else? Olang. Let me think. I'm trying to think of all the hollows. I know. There's a lot of blondes in Hololive. Like, obviously, we said Kiara before. Gigi does not have orange hair. She's got, like, black and blonde. Hmm? Huh? They're definitely going through a phase with JP Gen 1 and 2. The blonde era. One could even say the golden age. Miki is orange. Oh, I think Miki, yeah, I think Miki graduated. We're not talking about red hair, we're talking about orange hair. Who else? Kaela is blonde. I guess the closest we're often getting is like orangish blondes. Now I gotta look at Twitter. Who do I know that's orange? Shell May. I saw my face, I was like, oh, Mozumi Pichi! Though I will say, over time, my overall designs become more red. I've just like slowly... Bonnie! Does Bonnie have... Would we say Bonnie has yellow or orange hair? Yellow or orange? What would you guys say? Crunchyroll Hime? Well, yeah. Bonnie's blonde. You guys say yellow. Orange. Okay, so Bonnie's blonde. Ow. Oh my god, there's like no orange-haired VTubers. Yeah, I would say Pillow Deer has orange hair. Who else do I know? Dang, there really is not many, is there? Wow, there's a lot of, like, illicit stuff on my timeline. Wee. I'm looking at some of these, people that are doing merch for conventions, trying to see, like, their lineups, like, who has orange hair? Most people are blonde. Enya from Chroma Shift, she's got orange hair. She's fire. Shiki, yeah. Me? Yeah. I'm starting to feel like we're a rare breed. Orange hair is kind of rare, huh? The word orange in many languages is a loan word and therefore not a real color. What? How could you say that and look at me? Kairu, yeah. I guess Kiara counts as orange hair. She's orange. What do you mean? What do you mean you guess? What else would it be? Mozu is an endangered species. Well, I actually am. Most people would describe maned wolves as being red, I think, though. And not orange. Orange and green women are truly endangered. Heidi and I have to repopulate. That's why we always call her Dad. Are they? They look pretty gold to me. It's orange is red from what I've seen in biology books, yeah. It's just usually like foxes, right? Foxes are actually orange, right? But they're called red foxes. That kind of thing. Red is just, it's like rounded up. It's rounded up. If you got like oranges anything, it's just red in biology. Guys, what if Mac and Pizza? What if Mac and Pizza right now? What if we did that? What if a Mac and Pizza? Foxes predate the word orange. What did they call orange back then? What if? Co-signed 100%. I'm not ordering Mac and Pizza. I'm not doing that. I used up all my DoorDash credits for Christmas. I'm curious how that would work. I expect the pasta and cheese to dry out. No! You guys never had Mac and Pizza? It's one of my favorite pizzas. I love it. I love it. I think it's a chain. I think I'm fine to say this. It's a CC's Pizza. You ever been to a pizza buffet? They have, yeah, I gotta make Sloppa Joes. But I can't make them until my buns get here. I need buns. And I know what you're thinking. I got buns for days, but not the right ones. Don't you got two of them? Darn. I knew it. It sounds abominable, but I don't think I would ever make... And I don't think I would ever make... But if it was already just there, like a buffet or something, I'd try it. Because they use like a... They use like a white cheese sauce. It's not like a tomato sauce. It's very yummy. Cece's the choice of after-school football teams everywhere. Yeah. The trick is, you gotta go on like a weekday. Early bird dinner, because then the demographic changes quite a bit on weekends. Oh man, I used to eat at CC's every week. Almost every week. That's where my dad always took us when we were kids. And sometimes I'd play in the arcade there, but the arcade... Dude! Oh my god. Your average CC's used to have a actually pretty decent arcade. Like, it was really small, but nowadays, it's just Giga Slop, man. Arcades are Giga Slop. They're so bad. There's no, like, games. It's just Claw Machine. Do you want, like, Temu plushie Claw Machine? No? Okay, how about, like, nondescript, non-branded racing game? That kind of thing. Or Jurassic Park shoot 'em up. That's like everywhere now. Everything is slop, I'm afraid. No more game cabinets. Temu Racing. Arcades are still a thing? Well, at least growing up, CC's always had one. From Cracker Barrel to Carnival Cruise. Hey? Did Cracker Barrel have an arcade? I just remember their gift shops. I would be okay with a Temu branch Mozu plush. Oh my god, I'm fighting to get Mozu plush made right now. When Europe got oranges is when they decided it was a different color. Like Isaac Newton decided Toad to add orange and violet to the rainbow. Hey? Really? Oh, my tummy hurts. I'm not gonna lie, when I stream for a long time, I swallow a lot of air. And then I get sick. Mozu plush, I have a mighty need. Well, you can still buy it. It's just in progress right now. You would be pre-ordering it. Go to the Kawa Entertainment website. Go to Mozumi Pichi and buy my plushie. It's going to be good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because I am very anal about that kind of thing. It must be primo quality. Now, I said that when you said the demographics of the place change on the weekend. Oh, I see. Yeah. Waiting on mine? Yeah. Well, they're nowhere near shipped out yet or anything like that. We're still working on the prototype. So, if you guys don't know, when it comes to out of all the merch I do and VTubers do in general, guess what tends to go through the most revisions? Typically, it's gonna be a plushie. Plushies go through so many revisions to where when you do a plushie, you basically always have to sell it separate from any other merch bundle because it's going to take a very long time to actually get to shipping them out. Did the first iteration look bad or something? Oh, they always look bad. First iterations of plushies basically always look bad. You're always gonna have a lot of back and forth to make sure that they look correct. Like, for example, I've released a plushie before, the Mozumi plushies, right? And they used to have, I don't like saying this, it's a little crass, but their first edition had like a Might Tussie. They all, for some reason, the first rendition of Mozumites plushies were all female. They had like, and it wasn't even like it was not even like how do I even describe it? It wasn't even like a oh, it could be like, no, it was, I don't know how else you would have interpreted what it looked like. Are they available? No, the Mozumi plushies aren't available anymore, but the Mozu plushies are still available for pre-order. So, yeah. Get in on that. The Mozumi plushies also ended up being way more hard than I intended them to be. But I think that's good because people love taking them places with them, and they ended up being pretty durable. Like, compared to other plushies, the Mozumi plushies are quite hardy, so I think it worked out. Like, firm, yeah, they're quite hard. Like, I've seen people, like, throw theirs around. They'll take them on hikes and stuff. Like, I think they survive a bit better since they're not as soft as I wanted them to be. A hardy creature. I mean, realistically speaking, the actual Mozumites wouldn't be soft. Real, yeah, he's not really like a sack, yeah. Actual Mozumites have a carapace. They're crunchy. They're like a pine cone, so makes sense, I guess, that they would be a little bit more firm, but I like squishy plushies. I don't know, I like them. Like squishmallow material. Yeah. My tummy hurts. I think I was gonna end when my groceries started arriving, but they're still not here. They should be coming soon. Are our tummies soft? Well, so if you remove your carapace, yeah, you guys are squishy. Like your green parts are squishy, but your tummies are covered by your carapace, so no, unless you take your if you shed, you know, if you shed and don't have spikes, yeah. Man, this Mozu scab is looking so good already. Hey, what do you mean this Mozu scab? What are you trying to say? I'm so slow on working on the stream art. Here, ちょっと待って。My tummy hurts. My tummy hurts. Okay. I mean, obviously I didn't get that much progress done, but we did a little bit of something, right? We did a little bit of something. We gotta look at some art. We got a lot of chatting done, that's for sure. Huh? I think I'll stop here for now today, because my tummy hurts. But, I will see you guys tomorrow for some real content. What? we're gonna play Resident Evil. My first time playing Resident Evil. We're gonna play the first one, of course. I hope you like my little Jill Mozu. I was trying to figure out a way to add my boobs to it more, but that's the best I could do. That's as sexy as I can make it. You gotta turn your reverb on when you say it. Resident Evil. The OG or classic remake? The OG. No remake. No remake. Thank you for the chats and lovely art. Thanks for the... Yeah. Of course. I watch VTuber at work. Oh, thank you, Malcolm. I'm glad you got to tell us your poll. Did you spend the last 3 hours deciding the poll? I just decided. Yeah, I watch him at work, I think. I think that's apt. Tank controls! Yeah, let's see if I'll survive with the tank controls. Or if I will completely whiff it. I don't know. So apparently, from what I learned, like the JP version has auto aim, but the American one doesn't. What's up with that? Hope you love the PS1 art. You know I do. You know I love that. Okay. Alright, I will end it here. Thank you guys for coming. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Don't be mad at me if maybe I end up throwing up a lot in the morning and I have to put it like an hour or so later. But tentatively 1 p.m. EST. Finally, more streams for my Euromites to catch. And I hope I will see you guys tomorrow for some video gaming. Yeah. Oh, I should rate someone on Twitch? Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. Sure, why not? Alright. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. And Oyasu Mozu for now. Okay? Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.